Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited you're here today. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Special big welcomes to all of my brand new subscribers and people who are watching me for the very first time. I'm really excited you're here, and hugs and kisses to everyone who comes back and watches me all the time. So today I'm going to say, and I used to do this long ago in my early videos. So I used to say hugs and kisses too, and then I would name off a few people. I'd recognize a few people. So to Diana C, you know who you are, Diana. Betty, hugs and kisses to Cynthia, Julie, Monroe, Liz Tin Lizzie, Cheryl Robertson, Rhonda, and Stephanie. Thank you, ladies. You have been watching me for a long time. You comment, you give me thumbs up and encouragement, and so special thank you to each and every one of you, and of course thank you to the rest of you too. So anyway, I just wanted to do a special shout out to those ladies today. So I hope you're watching because you usually do. So hi. Anyway, how are you guys? Are you good? We're good here. I think everything's okay. Quiet. Beautiful day today. Little bit overcast, but we've also got some blue sky in between the overcast. It's probably maybe high 50s, maybe low 60. I don't know. I haven't been outside yet, so I'm guessing on it. But based on what it looks like outside and the air coming in the window, it's got a little bit of a bite to the air, but it's still a beautiful day. So today is our Stack Your Stash. Yay! So we're going to do some Stack Your Stashing today. Now, these are the ones that I had the video that didn't work out. And so you guys asked me to please make them for you guys so that you can see how to make them. So we're going to do those first. And then I've got a stack of other goodies here. If we have time to get to those, we will do those too. So these won't take long. Very easy. You saw these. This is the one that you open. Let me grab my journal. This time I'm prepared. Yay, I actually have the journal over here. That never happens. Right? Never, ever happens. So what you would do is you would glue that down on the page, and then you would just open it up, do your writing, put your writing board underneath, close it. You could glue it down to where this is a pocket if you wanted, and then you would close it with the little flap, right? So those are those. So we had 3 of those that I did with some papers, and then I did one with just a blank piece of paper that I decorated up because it had been dyed beautifully, right? So I'm going to show you how to make this one real quick. All right, I'm going to do one, but these are wonderful to stack your stash because you can make a ton of them and then decorate them as you go, right? So let me move this one off to the side too. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to turn it. And let's see, I like this side better. So I'm going to get it corner to corner, edge to edge if I can. I try to line up the 2 corners. Of course, I have to stick my head in the camera so far, and I really don't want to do that today. Go like this. Then we're going to fold it again. Now, this is very similar to some of the other things we've done. Excuse my nails. I have been cleaning my studio. Yes, I have. Cleaning and organizing, getting it back to the way it was when I first moved into here from putting in our new floor. So my hands are a mess. My nails are a mess. I've got cuts and bruises and from whacking my knuckles into things, and we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so we've folded that. So we're going to want a cover piece, right? So I'm going to fold it this way because this gives me my cover, and I'll fold it, and then I'm going to fold this one back because it's kind of going the wrong way, right? So I actually like this as my cover. I'm going to refold it. You can just fold it till you get it the way you want it. You see what I'm doing? Just folding it. Accordion. We're going to do an accordion like we always do, okay? Pick your cover. I want my cover here because I want it to open this way, right? And then that way. So that's how I want it to go. And this is what I want to see on the top. I recommend you use a bone folder of some kind, whatever kind you want to use, whichever one you have. We did have kits for sale in the shop. I honestly don't know if we're sold out. We might temporarily be sold out, but you can go look. Because thank you, ladies who shopped, all of you who shopped. both for on our anniversary day, prior to that, and since. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys almost darn near bought us completely out. So we're going to open this back up. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it. Now this is our front right here, right? We've turned it over. We're going to turn it down. How big a flap do you want? I want my flap about this big. I don't know what that is. Maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 1.5 inches. That's about right for me. You could have a 2-inch flap, whatever you want. And you're going to fold it to match. You're going to make it fold. Again, you're going to put that down. Now, we're going to open it. This is our cover here, right? This is the cover. So this is the piece we're not going to cut. We're going to take our scissors and we are going to cut just below the line, on the left side of the line. I'm going to have to trim that. I can see I made a mess out of that because it's hard for me to see in the bright light. So I'm going to cut into 3 of the squares. This 4th one I'm going to leave. There we go. Cut it off there. Okay, goes like this. Now, actually, it doesn't go like that because, what did I do wrong, you guys? Oh, no, I want it to go this way. I'm going to do it this way. However you want to do it. Anyway, it's going to go like that. And I can see I have too much at the top. I need to cut it better. If you want to put it in your paper cutter, because you have one of those slider paper cutter things, and it would work better for you, you can do that to get it straight. I really wanted that on the front in the lighter color, but I don't think I can get it in the front in the lighter color. Well, I can, but I would have to fold it this way. If you don't like what you have in the front, you could always refold it. How am I going to do that? I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. There. I don't know. Just keep playing with it to get it the way you want it. I really can't explain it. But you just get where you want it to open. Okay, so now mine's opening that way. It's opening to the left instead of the right, which I don't have any like that. So that's probably okay. You can do it either way. Or if I wanted the darker pink on the outside. It would go like that. I don't know if I have anything really pretty that goes with that darker color because I need to put some kind of a little card or something to close our flap. I was thinking about that and I don't know if that's going to clash. That goes with it. It's kind of big. I was thinking maybe something a little smaller, maybe like that one. These are from the Paper Cameo. Let's see what kind of, she has these cute little labels. So I want to see what she had in labels that maybe I could use. Lots of pretty things. Because we need some kind of a closure. It could be a circle. It doesn't have to be a square. It could be whatever you want. There's all kinds of goodies here. Oh, there's one right here. Because what we need to do is we need to keep that flap down. So something like that. Well, that's pretty. Maybe I'll choose that one. Then I don't have to cut it out. Oh, 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 oh. Pieces. Escapees. Sorry that looks funny, but it's really hard to get it the way I want it because I have something very specific in mind, but I'm really not getting where I want to go with it. And that's okay. It happens, right? I've already got 3 of them. This is going to be number 4, which I don't really need a 4th one, but I'll stick it in one of my ephemera, stuffed ephemera bags. I'm just going to cut this out really well. Okay. And now you can cut this at an angle. You could do whatever you want. I'm just going to round my corners. It's totally up to you as to how you cut your flap. You can make square. You could square the edges, the corners. You can, do whatever you want. I like mine rounded. You know that. So I'm going to go like that. I am going to ink this. I think I've got a little ink left on this dauber. You would ink the whole thing if you want to, depending upon your project. You can add butterfly like I did here. You can add some words. You can add a piece of pink lace or any color lace. Doesn't have to be pink. That's not what I meant, but I'm going to do the edges because they're kind of going to show on that top spot just a little bit. Let's get some glue. I haven't opened my glue today, or for a couple of days actually, because I've been cleaning my studio, like I said. Oh my gosh, I got rid of so many paper bags, packaging, Amazon packaging, both the plastic kind that they send you, that bubble wrap stuff, as well as the paper kind. I got rid of so much. I got rid of, hold on a minute, the pharmacy bags, all kinds of cookie bags, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I just let it all go. A lot of it went into the recycle. I had tons and tons of cardboard, heavy duty cardboard, that Jolene could use in the shop because I don't really do very much shipping. She does all the shipping. So I sent all that over to her. I sent her, packaging and all kinds of stuff. So, and then the rest of it went into the recycle bin, and it all went out yesterday morning it went out. So all gone. I like the bottom of this rounded, so I'm going to go ahead and round the corners down here. So all of it went. I was so proud of myself. And then I had boxes and boxes of junk envelopes, that you get in the mail with your bills, because we don't do it online. Well, I'll tell you, I owned a business, a cell phone store, and I had my accounts were online and they were robbed. I lost a lot of money. I mean, the bank finally got it back for me, but made it very difficult to run my business while I was waiting to get my money back from the bank because someone had infiltrated our accounts and stolen from us. So yeah, I don't do anything online anymore. So there you go. That's that one. Nice and easy. Put that on a page, open it up, write on it. Very good. And then it would just be decorated. You see decorated ones, you don't need to see that one decorated too. So we'll leave that for now. I'll deal with it later. Otherwise, I won't get to any of the other goodies that we've got to make. This gives us a nice scrap to play with at some point. That'll be fun. Now, this was the other one I showed you guys. It opens out like this. It's made from one. So this is made from one sheet of paper. Just one sheet of paper gives you this beautiful thing. It can be a pocket and then a ton of writing space. So great for your journals if you don't have a lot of writing space in your journal. This is another good one that you can use as a pocket or as a tuck-in. I have 2 as pockets and 2 to tuck into pockets, right? So all you do is you just open it up and there you have it. Now I'm going to show you how I did that. Move that off to the side. Let me grab my cutter. I'm not going to use Bertha today. I don't think I have to. I think I can do it without going over to Bertha. So I use cardstock for that, or a heavyweight paper, whatever you've got, something you think can work for you. Now this is 8.5 by 11, so would be 4 1/4 would be half. No, this is 11. Sorry, that'd be 5.5, and 5.5 is 10. 11, right? So 5.5. Sorry. I'm thinking the width. Okay, and now we're going to go 4 1/4. Because I want to get 4 even cards. You do the math. I'm terrible at math. I can't add 1 and 1 and get 2. Okay, so we have those. Those are the 4 pieces. So those are like our 4 pieces here. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to cut this the same way. But we're probably going to have to cut them down a little bit because they're probably going to be too big. So this is 5.5. Where's my 5.5? There it is. And this is going to be 4.25. Okay. So that's going to give us one for each of those. You get 4 pieces when you do this. So this is a really good stash builder. Really, really good. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to just fold it down about a good 1/2 inch. I bet you that's 1/2 inch, is it? Yeah, right around 1/2 inch. Now I noticed that this paper is going to be, it's going to show. So I'm going to cut off the white here because I don't want to deal with that. And it's going to make it smaller, which is great. I want it to be a little bit smaller because then you can see the card beneath it. Let's see what else. I figure they all are going to need cutting. Oh, I should have took some extra Benadryl. My sinuses are bugging the living daylights out of me here. Especially I have the window open a little bit for some fresh air. I love fresh air. My grandma, my little grandma, Grandma Horn, Tessie, she used to say she was never sick a day in her life. Never, ever, ever. And she always said that she believed that you should open your house for 20 minutes, no matter how cold it is, and get fresh air in. That you were breathing all kinds of junk in your house otherwise, and that you needed fresh air to stay healthy. And you know, she was never sick. No cold, no flu, nothing. So she believed in that. So my mom did. And so do I. So I always open my house up, even in the dead of winter. Maybe not while it's pouring, unless I can open a window where the rain isn't coming in, you know. Can't tell which side's right side up. Yeah, I forgot there's writing on here. Yeah, okay, that's going the right way. That's going the right way. So we're going to turn down our 1/2 inch. Okay. And that's going the right way. I hate to, you know, fold down a rose. It just like hurts me. There's that pretty rose right there. Oh, those are so pretty. Look at those. Aren't those? Where's the other board? There it is. Right around a 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be. I mean, close enough, right? Just like that. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to do something with the corners, right? So I am going to use my little fancy corner. We're going to have a mess here. I'm probably going to get hit with them. And then because I want them to be cute. I want them to be cute. What are you guys up to? What you making? Anything? Somebody was making a quilt. Knitting a blanket. All kinds of fun things. Yep, you guys are very crafty and creative. Doesn't have to be just paper crafts. Some of you are part of Happy Mails and Swaps, which is very, very cool. I think that's the neatest thing ever. We're going to go like that. Now, you could... I think for me, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to round the corners over here. So this is all your prep work. Now, of course, you can ink all these things if you want. You don't have to. I may wait to ink just because I don't know if this is going in something pink or vintage or whatever, right? So I don't think I want to do that just yet. I'm going to not ink today. Wow. I'm in a non-ink mood. Now watch, I said that and then I'll go ink. All right, next up, glue. Yeah, I was so tired the night that I had my hubby help me. We moved all well, I have a lot of roll around carts and drawers. And so we, he moved them all for me because things had fallen off the closet door behind them, because I have them in front of the closet door because I don't have any wall space. So I have a craft closet that has a lot of other kind of crafts in it that really have anything to do with paper crafting or, you know, stuff like that. So a lot of sewing stuff and knitting and, I mean, crochet work and stuff like that. So my big giant cutting boards for sewing, there's just a lot of stuff in there. Garments, all kinds of things from when this was a sewing studio. So that closet's full. Well, so I have rolly carts in front of them because I don't have any walls. So we moved those out and got out. I was going to say dust bunnies, but it was more like kittens because I have cats. So we now have hardwood floors instead of carpet. So underneath there, oh my gosh, there was so much stuff that I rolled under there. Pins and all kinds of things, you know, that I work with in here. Baubles of all kinds. So, you know, he pulled those out so I could vacuum under there. And so we worked really hard. And we were both so tired we could hardly get up yesterday. We were like just beat. So, as you can see, I'm just gluing this back page on. Nothing too difficult. I'm just pushing it up there, kind of centering it. Push this just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to want to ink it. I can tell already because otherwise I think it's going to be a little... Now, I don't like the way these are corners right here. So definitely going to round those. I don't care for that. So there you go. Goodbye, little corners. I forgot to corner around that one altogether. So there you go. There, that looks better. Looks more finished. You do it with your scissors. Of course, I've got a tool because I don't want to spend the time figuring it out, right? So there you have it. You've got writing space here and here. You can make these pockets, or you can make them tucks, whatever you like. I feel like because they're identical that I would make two with thumb notches to be pockets, and two as tucks that could tuck inside of a project. Oh, flying, I call them flying Wallendas. I think that's from the 70s or 80s. They were an acrobatic family, the flying Wallendas. They used to go to all the circuses. Okay, so there you have it. And you could ink those or whatever you want to do, but so they will come out like this if decorated. So what I would do for these is put some pretty lace on there, depending upon what's going in, whether it be white, cream, or pink. I would ink it, and then I would definitely put some labels or some pictures of some beautiful ladies, something like that. But I'm not going to do that today because I've already got a bunch of them now, way more than I need. But you guys really asked to see how to make those, so there you go. I would normally sit and decorate that, but this is a remake. So you've got how to make those nice and easy. One piece of paper makes your base and one full piece of paper makes the top. So 2 full pieces of paper gets you what you want. You use it all up. There's no leftovers. And it's a nice heavy piece. Now these might be too long to go into a journal. I'm just thinking, I just realized that. Yeah, these are 5.5. So actually, depending what they're going into, the 2 pockets, I would probably... Did I cut these shorter? I did. I cut them down. I forgot when I made the first one. I cut them down to 5. Yep, I cut a piece off. I lied. There were pieces left over. I kept looking at going, these look so long. This one doesn't have its edges either. Funny. So I guess if I'm going to put these in future journals for myself or someone else, I should make them a 5, but that isn't going to work because it doesn't have a mark for a 5. Hold on. Only goes to 4. So now all those pretty things I cut, this happens. You know, it happens. It's okay. I don't mind. I get it. I'm going to cut that off. We're going to cut, so I'm going to cut off that pretty edge, but I'm going to use it for something else. I'm sure I'll write out, I'll stamp on them or something. See, I cut these little bits off. I'll just throw them away. It's all right. I'm not going to keep every little bit of paper. That is my new mantra. I am not keeping every scrap anymore. I am scrapped out of just plain paper. I don't have a lot of, you know, scraps of this. I have like cardstock, tons and tons of it. I think I overcut that one, but that's all right. Don't care. Stay. Okay. So I'll just reclip this. What the heck? Why not? I don't like the sharp squares, so I do like this pretty little edge. Get these on Amazon. These little these little rounders that do all different kinds of corners for you, or edges. They are fabulous and so worth the money. I think I got them as a set of 3. I can't remember. I have to go look. Or did I just buy 3 different ones? I don't remember. I think after I bought 3 different ones, I found out you could get a set. Maybe that's it. So now my little hole is off. Oh dear, it's not in the middle anymore. Well, that pocket's going to be a hot mess. Let me fix it. There, I fixed that one a little bit. There, that's better. That one hit me right in the eyeball. Good thing I have glasses on, right? Okay, so there you go. Those are now fixed. Shoot. Okay. So before you do that, go to all that work, make sure they're not too long for your pages that you're going to put it in, because everybody does different size journals. But generally, I feel like 5 is as big as I want to go on a pocket, because most pages are 5.5, but you have the bend of the page. So, you know, there you go. All right, those are all done. We're building a big stash there. Boy, I'll tell you. So you could do tons of those in an hour. If you took an hour for one, hour for the other, you could have probably 20 of each really easy. Let me see. I make sure I'm filming, because I don't want to not be filming. That would make me sad. I don't want to do this again. I've already done that video once. This is the second time. Now, I've got another fun one for you. Super simple, no brainer. Nice and easy. Just a nice little fold out paper with a flap. So all we're going to do on this one, self-explanatory, is we're just going to fold this. Now, if you want this small, you could fold it like a couple of times and do your flap. You could fold it, you could cut off a piece and make it smaller, thinner. I've got this at 4 inches, which is a good one. I like 4 inches. Let me see, where's 4 inches on here? This is probably about 4, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it's right around 4. Maybe a little more, a little less. Oh, a little less. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to take and we're going to bend that over to get our flap, right? And then we're going to take and we're going to fold this back or forward. I guess you could do it forward. I think it's easier to see it back on this one because I have plain pink on the back. And we're going to cut our flap. And what you are going to do is you don't want to pinch it there, but you want to get a good hold on it over here. And just below where this folds, you're going to want to start your cut. Get it together now. You don't want it to be crooked. And you're going to lightly round it, right? There you go. And you have your flap, just like that, okay? And now you have a nice little writing page with a flap, but I noticed, which I noticed on my other one too, that it was off just slightly. So what I'm going to do, you don't have to, you can leave it that way. It's bothering me just a bit. there. I'm just coming up to the edge of this envelope. See, it goes over here. So I'm going to try to just fix that a little bit. There. And so we have a nice writing space, and you can go like this. Now, let's say that you're thinking, well, you could do a couple of things. If this was printed on the inside, you could do a piece of plain paper on each side, or you could put a notebook in here, a notepad, or a notepad here. So you can have all kinds of writing space with this lovely little flap. So this is a really quick, now this one I made this shorter because this one is not as wide as that one. I made it a little bit more narrow, and I really like this one with a little bigger flap. You don't have to have that big a flap. You can have a tiny little flap, fold it in thirds if you want. So it's totally up to you. And then you would just take and decorate here and here, or do it this way. But how it works, just a minute. I don't know how I get scraps just everywhere, right? I was looking for a page that already had some writing on it, you know. Not that one. I don't have a lot of that in here, but anyway, you could just put it down on a page, glue it down, 3 sides. You'd have a pocket here, you'd open that, and then you would open that, and you've got lots of extra writing space. So if you have a page that isn't what I would call writable, some people say you can write on this, but I personally don't care to do that. I like to write on it. I don't mind writing on that. Might not even mind that, but I don't like to write on anything that has words or symbols on it. It doesn't do it for me. That one's a good writing page, you know. So, there's not a ton of pages in here. Most of them are done already. So, anyway, that's what you would do. You would put it on there, and then, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And then you would open it up right on it, close it. And then you could close it with a little circle or another little tab or something like that. You could choose to put one on. Let me see if I have a small one here that maybe we could use. Yeah, I do. Where did that go? Oh. Yeah, I mean, you could put it on a page like this. Isn't that pretty? That would be very pretty, wouldn't it? So I think I would use maybe something like this. Or I could cut out a really big circle out of a really pretty piece of cardstock. Or make one. Or you could use a wax seal. And again, these are super quick. You can make a ton of them and nothing flat. Let me find... Now, I watched Tim Holtz live. It was not quite 2 hours. And he was talking about his distress oxides and inks, how to care for them, how to ink them. And the proper way to load up your dauber is to go, according to him, and he's the creator of this, in a circle. Dabbing, he said, doesn't work because the ink is in the pad. You have to push down very hard to get it. But he said, push down, but you need to go in circles. That is the way to use it, okay? He did say you do need to ink them. He showed us how to do it. I was shocked because when you load it with ink or distress oxides, wherever you put it, it stays. So you have to take a credit card and you move the ink around all the way around on it. And then your pad is thoroughly inked corner to corner. He also showed us how to use a re-inker. This was his YouTube live last Saturday, and I loved it. I love anytime he's on there. I don't care if it's 3 hours long. I will take the time out and watch him. I learned so much. Tim Holtz, he is the creator of, the creative director for Ranger for the Tim Holtz Distress Oxides and Inks. So he actually retired from that, but he has not retired from crafting. He is not retired. He's just retired from the companies that, you know, he was creating for. He just decided he didn't want to create anymore. He wanted to teach, and that's what he's doing. And oh my gosh, I love his lives and anything he has out there in YouTube that he creates. He used to do classes long ago, and I think those are even still available on his website. So think this gives it some interest. Now, this is chalkier. It's an oxide, and he said don't mix it with your inks. It'll ruin them. So keep them separate daubers, because it'll cross-contaminate them and ruin them. Give a really good class on it, which I was super glad I watched it, because then I can pass it on to you guys, right? So you don't have to watch that 3-hour or 2-hour or 1-hour long live if you don't have time. He talks about a lot of other, he's really started out in mixed media and assemblage and steampunk and stuff like that. But he knows there are journalers out there who use everything. So this was an oxide, distress oxide and distress ink class. So there you go. It's all inked up. So now I'm going to ink this. And again, to load, he said, don't just do this. That's not going to get you anything. You need to go in circles to load your, I was so happy to see him do that. I really was, because people told me, don't do that. It's like, he says you are supposed to. And since he's the creator, guess what? I'm going with him. I'm not going to listen to anybody else. Although he says you don't have to turn his ink pads upside down, but I want mine to last forever. So he said eventually the pads do wear out, but you know, anything will wear out, right? Just how it is. So that keeps it closed. And you open it and you close it. Cute, right? Love it. Then you could put a piece of lace there if you wanted. I don't know if I have anything little and sheer. I was looking to see what I have that's kind of look good on there. I don't know. Everything I have is kind of thick. Let's see. It's kind of peachy pink, but then so is that. So I think maybe that's okay. What do we think? I think it's good. Okay. I know someone said I should do a live. No way, I could never do a live, because I couldn't watch the chat and craft, you know, that as everyone's writing and talking on there. I wouldn't be able to answer the questions. I wouldn't be able to keep up with you guys. The chats run fast, and it's just like, wouldn't work for me. Plus, it's a lot of work, and you have to have, it's just crazy. So you have to have someone with you to help you with it. And, so I don't know that I would enjoy doing a live. I just ask rhetorical questions. I'm not expecting an answer. Unless I ask a specific question and I'm waiting for you guys to answer it. Occasionally I will do that, but it's kind of rare. I'm trying to decide if I should change like how I'm doing something. I may ask. Like, do you want this or that? Let me know. You know, I will ask that question and want an answer. But on the norm, I'm just chit-chatting as if we were in here together by ourselves, crafting away. Okay. Isn't that cute? Loving it. Loving it. Let me get a drink of water, guys. Hold on a minute. I know my youngest granddaughter got pretty sick, so she couldn't, Jolene wasn't able to participate when we pulled our winner the other day. I am seeing too many weird little lines here that I don't like. Now that's a little better. Okay, so cute. I probably would add maybe a string of pearls there or something, maybe. I don't know. Depends on what it's going to go into. So you could try making one of those, or a bunch of those actually. Yeah, we have this one here too. I would do the same thing. Pick out something to close it with, and then I would, oh, I see a really pretty one. I wish there was a smaller one of these, but have a journal this might look pretty in. An older one I haven't finished yet. Yeah, I got to get back to my journals, guys. What most of you don't realize is I only craft when I'm doing a video. I do not sit and craft after or before. Not normally, unless well, in the past I have not. And so this year my goal has been to, after I finish a video, to continue crafting, even if I'm tired. Finish the video, do the video, finish making the project so that I can show it to you on the next video. And so it's done and can be sold or put into something or whatever. I never used to do that because I don't have time between videos to craft, usually because of my health and because we help Jolene out with her girls and stuff. So we don't have a lot of extra hours in the day. And we have the shop too, so I try to work on things for that. But if really the only time I have to craft is when I make a video, it doesn't leave me time to finish projects, especially older projects that I didn't finish when I first started out. So I have tons of unfinished ephemera. Oh my gosh, I need to get to that, you guys. That is absolutely my goal this year. Okay, I don't like that. I just inked that, but I'm not liking the... I got a wonky edge here. It's bugging me there. I don't like that wonky edge, and I think I've got a wonky one over here too. Sorry about that. I'm just going to get it fixed. Now I need to re-ink that. Oops. Oh, well, that's okay. Sometimes you don't realize it till you start. When you ink it, you really can see the imperfections. If you messed up somewhere, you can see it. You can cover it with it, of course. That's a great way to cover it. I don't want to do this whole thing with you guys. It's just gonna wear me out, and you too. So I'll just do the outside. I won't do the inside right now. But I'll do this part just because I'm gonna do it. Looks like. Okay. Again, you can add a notebook. You can add pages. I just did the inside in a plain pink. Oh, I see I missed an edge here of white, so I'll just cover it up with ink. Yeah, I did. All my ink pads got a spa day. Tim says that's what you call it, is a spa day. You go through and you re-ink everything. You smooth the ink all around with a straight edge, which I use just a old credit card. And got them all up to snuff. So, and if I come across any that are super dry that I don't have ink for, the re-inkers for, then you can use the re-inker solution, which is clear, and it's kind of a oily kind of a solution that you can put on your ink, your distress ink, not your oxides, but your distress ink, and do that. So there you have that. Now, which way do I want to go? I guess I want to go this way. This does need, this would be cool too with some gold on the edge if I was going to put it into something that's very fancy. I might want to put gold around the edge before I put that on there. Wouldn't that be pretty? Let me see. How are we on time? I'm going to shake that away from you. It's kind of loud. And I know I just inked that, so I don't know how good it'll work with the oxide, but yeah, I don't know if you can see it. I got a little bit of smuts over there. There we go. Okay. Ooh, this stuff is strong. Lordy. That's enough to get you high. Excuse me. It dries almost immediately, but it's good to... I want to make sure it's dry. Sort of. Okay. Now, one of the things I like to do is when I'm going to glue something like this down, I want to make sure I hold it where I want it. How much of the envelope flap I want to go in there. Pick it up and then put my glue down on it. This is art glitter glue, and you know once it's down, it's down. So you got to be sure if you're going to do that. Gosh, you probably can't tell, but I broke off a piece of my thumbnail, like at an angle. Oh man, it hurt bad. I had a little tiny crack. It got caught in a piece of cardboard and ripped off the side of my fingernail, right into the meat. Yikes, it's been killing me ever since. So my hands are hurting today. I've used and abused them by working in my, you know what, I decided I don't like this, so. It gives it a nice scallop when you open it, so I don't mind that. Everybody's different. See, when you open it, you have kind of this little scallop here. I love that. Isn't that pretty? So, there you have it. This would probably get some white lace or pink lace down this side. Again, I am going to wait till I do that particular journal because I can't remember what colors are in that journal. It's a big one. Oh, it's one I haven't finished, and I promised it to somebody, and she's been patiently waiting for it for like a year. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I lost it. That was part of cleaning. I have 2/3 of this room cleaned. I have one more third to go. But this was a journal that she requested. And this is the journal she requested. And it's huge. It is a flip-flop journal with 5 signatures. See, look, it's huge. It's just got, you know, and I have 3 of the 5 signatures are done, I believe. But I was thinking this might be, where'd it go? Where did it go? I thought this might be pretty in one of the pages. So I'll have to see if it would be pretty. Yeah, it would be pretty in here. So it looks like I used white and cream. So it depends on where it goes in here as to what I would do. I don't know. I don't think, is that one done? No, that one's done. What isn't done? This one's not done, I know. Is that done? No, that needs gluing on. So what I'll do is I'll stick this in here and then I'll finish it to match. So isn't that beautiful? Okay. Well, I better not because I want to show it at the end, huh? Oh, where'd it go? It definitely belongs in here, don't you think? Yeah, I think it goes in here beautifully. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. You know what I'll do? I'll put a paper clip up there so I can find it in a minute. Okay, so I have to finish this for my friend. I'm hoping to get it done. She asked for it so long ago, and she's patiently waiting for it, but I lost it. I literally could not find it. It was under so many projects. It had gotten moved and moved and moved, and oh my gosh, I felt so bad that, and I actually, the one I thought she wanted, I had the wrong one. I would have made, had I not double checked with her, I would have made her the wrong one, and then I would have really been upset because I was struggling with the other one really hard. There's another one I was working on at the same time, but my hubby got shingles at the time. I got sick. Oh my gosh, it was one thing after another. We were both out of commission for like 4 months. So yeah, it got misplaced and oh, I feel so bad. Sorry, Rose. Yep, I'm sorry, honey. But it's a beautiful, beautiful journal. I cannot wait to finish it and show it to you guys. So now I'm excited again, and I'm already starting to create pieces for it. I have 2 boxes of pieces to go in it. Really, I do. So it's like, oh my gosh. So let's see. Do we have one more maybe quick project we can do? That one takes a little longer. It's got a lot of folds. So I think we'll save that for another video. Maybe we'll do this one. This is a 4-pocket, quadruple pocket for your journal. And the way this one works is it goes over your page a pocket here and a pocket here, and it goes over, excuse me, it goes over your page like this. Ooh, I would not put it on that page. Yucko. That did not look good. Let me just find a plain, good-looking page that it would look better on. Okay. Wouldn't look good in this journal. It goes over, you glue it down here and here, so you have a pocket, a pocket, a pocket, a pocket, right? So, perfect. It's a pocket on both sides. So, we're going to make some of those. Now, these are great for your... for building, stacking your stash, right? So let me grab all the goodies for that. I don't know why I threw those down there. I don't know what I was thinking. Hold on. Okay, so I'll move my journal. We're going to do those real quick. So basically, again, it's 2 sheets of paper. These are to decorate with. And it's easy peasy. So you just take a full piece of paper. Well, it's not full. It's going to be, for this one, it's going to be 9 by 7.5. Because once I cut off the white, that's what's left, right? And this is single-sided paper. You don't need double. You're going to fold this in half. This is another good stash builder. And then you're going to take another piece above it, and you're going to cut this one smaller because you only want it to be about 7 by 7.5. So it's the same height as the other one, 7.5, but this is only 7 and this is 9. Again, you're going to fold it in half like this. Yes. And you're going to cut all of your thumb notches together. So you're going to put the little shorter one inside with that one. And you're going to put these 2 in there too. So all 4 of them are there, and you're going to cut your thumb notches. Now I use something bigger to cut that. Do I want to use something bigger? I'm just going to grab this instead of grabbing one of my other punches. I'm using my whale tail, but you can use any other inch and a half punch, and you're going to cut your... Woo! Okay, so we've got them all in the same place. Easy peasy. Pull this back out, put it right over it. And you're going to round your corners. You could cut these all at the same time if you want, all your corners, but I find that they slip out and then I get a really weird looking corner. I will try to do these 2 together. Let me see. I don't know why it does that. The back one always seems to be wonky, no matter what you do. Okay, so you're going to put, these come from the same paper kit, so make sure if it's right, if there's a right and a wrong side. Too bad I cut off, you know, it closed off those little butterflies. You don't see them, but anyway, so you have a pocket and a pocket, just like the other one, right? So if you're going to ink them, this is when I would do it. And I am going to use not sponge sugar. I'm going to use Vintage Photo, not Victorian Velvet. I really don't have anything that these go into, but we'll see. I did just finish something they would have been perfect in, but you know, that one's already full. It doesn't need anything else in it, right? I would do any and all inking before you glue everything together. Okay. Alrighty, let's see if I can get this done. So my big project is my studio. When I finish this video, I'll be going back into my final corner is where I have all my scrapbook paper pads, the big 12 by 12s. They are all over. The Christmas are out. Everything's gotten mixed together. I used to have it by like Stamperia together. I can't think of all Primas together, you know, everything. So they've gotten all mixed in together now. So they're not where they should be. All right. So that's all inked. And now you would glue. And the only thing you're going to glue at this point until you put it in to your journal is right here and right here. So we have done 4 Stack Your Stash pockets today. And we're going to go all the way across. all the way across. I'm trying to keep my sleeve out of it. Ruin more sweaters with glue and ink than I can count on. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to try to make it as straight as I can. It moved on me, of course, because I didn't do a very good job. But and there you have it. I don't know if that's in there tightly, but it's in there. If you didn't get it, if it's off, you can just cut it. If you need to trim it up, you can. I've got it off just like a hair. There we go. And that means, of course, I have to fix this corner right there. Yep. Okay. So there we are, good to go. Just add a little ink wherever you cut it off. And that's to go on a page. Easy peasy. And we can decorate up each side if we want. I do have this cute little set of snack cards that I could put on there. I could put a band on it if I wanted. I could actually put a belly band across there if I wanted to create a belly band on there and add extra storage if you want to do that, if you want to bring that back piece into the front piece. So whatever you want, you can cover it up with. You could use some darling little pictures, whatever you want. Words. Let me see where we're at. Okay, let's put this away. My goodness. We got a lot done today. We did 4 different Stack Your Stash pockets, or not, well, they're pockets or journal cards. So 4 different Stack Your Stash projects with pockets and journal cards. So we have those 2 are done. If I do this one, it would give me, I would fold that and this would give me a 3rd one. All right, so I may do that. I don't know. We'll see whether I'm going to do that or not. I can't really decide at the moment. Let me see where we're at. I think it's probably time to call it a video. I do have a headache today, so I think I want to go take a rest. I feel like we got a lot done today. I mean, we've got all these lovely envelopes here. Journaling envelope. Look at all these journaling pieces today. Pockets and cards, and we got a lot done. I feel really good about what we did today. It was a good day in the neighborhood, right? So, I do feel like it was a really good day. Maybe I've got a minute or 2 here. I want to put something on there, so kind of like that. Excuse me. My allergies and asthma are just making me nuts today. I use my inhaler, but I kind of feel like I need to do it again. I hope I'm not getting sick. I haven't seen anybody. I haven't been around anybody at all. I haven't even been out. I've been nowhere. I have been staying in because there's so much flu and stuff going around. And like I said, my granddaughter, I haven't even seen my daughter or my granddaughter, so I know they didn't bring me anything. So let's hope I'm not sick. I can't afford to get sick. I just can't. I don't like that. Oh my God, look at that. There. I like that better. Then you could just like decorate with that, and a piece of lace going down the middle there would be really pretty. So do I have a piece of lace I could just grab? I don't think I have any pink lace. Do I have pink? I might have pink. Sorry, my nose is running. How about this? This is pretty. Let's stick a piece of this. This is vintage. Really vintage. You can tell by the board it's vintage. Let's get right there. I cut that really wonky, didn't I? Okay. Yeah, I've been using, I think I picked this up at a thrift store. I love it when I get something off of a thrift store. It's our local thrift store. It supports our local hospital, so, which is a community hospital, but we agreed to let somebody buy it, but we have to find the right buyer. So it'd be a privately owned hospital, but it has to be the right owner. The whole town gets a vote on it because right now it is a community hospital and it's our money that built it. So I believe Sutter Health is looking at us right now. The company that was looking at us, people almost bought in. They were urging us to sell to them, but come to find out, they come in and they dismantle you. Yep, they come in, sell off. We have thanks to our auxiliary and our thrift store, we have been able to buy some of the top-notch equipment. So we just don't have top-notch doctors, and we don't have a top-notch administrator. So this hospital has been mismanaged for years and finally got rid of the mismanagement, but the damage is done. So, but we have top-notch equipment, and they would have come in and literally, excuse the word, raped the hospital of everything, dismantled it, and then sold it off for parts and closed it. So we would have ended up with no hospital. So word got out. Other places that sold to them said, don't do it, don't do it. Contact us, said, don't do it. So we voted against it. So now we have a new person, which we think is Sutter Health interested. So we'll see. I don't know anything. I mean, I know they're everywhere. I just don't know if they're good or what. Isn't that pretty? I always feel like it needs something there. Now, I would do the same thing here. I would definitely put something on the back because that's the back side of the page, right? So I would definitely do something similar back there. And see what we could get. These aren't my normal fussy cutting scissors. I don't know why I grabbed these. Probably because they were right in front of me. Okay, let's ink that a little bit. I don't really like that edge right there. I don't like that one either. Let's get rid of these hard edges. There we go. I like the rounded frame look. Oh, see, that's pretty. Very similar to that, but not identical. So when you turn the page, you're not looking at the same thing. I feel like it needs something down the middle, but I feel like it needs to be a white or a cream strip. Do I have something white or cream? I don't know if the white's too white. Let's see. Guess I could ink it up if it ends up in something darker, right? You just kind of do a little zigzag or even a circle, you get more glue on there so that you can catch the bits of lace, especially if you have an open lace. Now I always flip it over to the back side so I can trim it well to match the edges. Okay. Make sure I don't put it upside down. I'm going to glue this one on. Oh, you could put cheesecloth under it. There's a whole bunch of stuff you could do, but I'm keeping it simple for right now till I know where this is going to go. Honestly, I don't know what journal it would go in or what piece it would go with, so I do want to keep it fairly neutral. Now, when you're stacking your stash, you don't necessarily decorate unless you know that you have a certain style and that is the only thing that you're going to use. So then that would make sense to do it that way, right? I'm just going to move everything off to the side. So there you have it. We've done a little something to it. I probably would add some pearls and I don't know what else. Maybe a little something here. Same with here. I think I would add a little something, but I wouldn't want to do anything that would interfere with the pockets. So there you have it. I'll finish that other one later. We've got these we made. We have these we made today. We've got the envelope style journal cards, some more of those. So there you go. That's what we did today. Busy, busy. So I hope that helps you build your stash, stack that stash. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I will see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye. Mwah. Bye-bye.